I'm Jay Gray. Now back to you.
All right, Jay, thank you. And you can see much more reaction to the Jackson verdict on a special edition of Dateline NBC, which airs at 7 o'clock tonight right here on NBC5.
The U.S. Supreme Court says Dallas County prosecutors stacked a jury with whites to try a black man. And today it overturned the 1985 murder conviction of Thomas Millerell, opening the door for a new trial. NBC5's Grant Stinchfield is live in Dallas with details on this one. Grant?
Yeah, interesting ruling, Meredith. The 108-member jury pool, 20 were African-American. Only one made it onto the jury. So the Supreme Court ruled today prosecutors did not want to have any minorities, blacks in particular, on the jury. We spoke to one member of that jury pool who didn't make it onto the jury, and he is pro-death penalty.
They have the God-given right to assess the death penalty.
Billie Jean Fields supports the death penalty just as he did 20 years ago when prosecutors struck him from the Thomas Millerell jury panel. Today, the U.S. Supreme Court granted Miller a new trial, ruling prosecutors excluded Field and 18 other potential African-American jurors simply because of their color. Do you think when you were on that jury, did you know that your color had played a role in not getting picked?
I suspected as much, but then that's the norm for that time.
Fields is specifically mentioned in the Supreme Court ruling that accuses Dallas County prosecutors of stacking the jury pool with whites.
It's hard to know what they were thinking in that particular case. And the justices have concurred that they don't know what they were thinking either, and they need to rethink it.
Experts believe granting Millerell a new trial will have national implications.
Most prosecutors, both state and federal, are probably going to be more explicit in their reasoning as to why they're excluding someone of the same race as the defendant.
In 1986, the mostly white jury sentenced Millerell to death for killing a desk clerk at this Irving Holiday Inn during a robbery. Fields insists he doesn't know if Millerell is guilty. He only knows everyone deserves a fair trial.
It's fair now that the justices have overturned the ruling and he gets a new day in court.
Dallas County prosecutors declined our request to go on camera today. They did issue a statement disagreeing with the Supreme Court ruling. They insist that Thomas Millerell is guilty, and they also said at no point did race ever play a role in picking the jury. Still, this case will most likely have to be retried. We are live in Dallas. I'm Grant Stinchfield, NBC5.
Thanks, Grant. Dallas police went to arrest a man for indecency with the child, and what they found, they say, at his house leads them to believe that there may be more victims out there.